Well, hello friends. Today we are going to work on the process manager again because we got some cool stuff contributed from Mr. Konrad Pankow. I hope I am pronouncing your name right. And it's the thing that I'm really interested in right now is this thing here called ProcNet TCP. Because Conrad has been working on the TCP stack in the last couple of days. And now we have this information here about TCP connections that we can get as JSON. And we also have net adapters. We have our net adapters here, and we can get some sweet statistics, like number of packets in and out, bytes in and out, that type of stuff. So I thought it would be really, really cool if we could add a network tab here that would show the interfaces and then also the open sockets. And like those two things together could make like a nice little network view. Sort of like this one where you would have like I guess the network's interfaces up top and then the sockets on bottom. So that's what I thought that I would do today. So let's do that. First thing we're going to do is we're going to add, I think, a new widget to the process manager. So that will be, which ones do we have already? It's getting a little bit murky here. We'll call it, I guess we'll call it network statistics or network widget. Network widget, is that good? Statistics, network statistics widget. Let's just call it network widget. I don't know. That's a good enough name, I think. Network widget. I mean, it sounds like it's about a specific network, which I don't love. Yeah, fine. Let's go with statistics. And then we're gonna need some data models. So we'll get. I guess we can reuse the. Which ones do we have? We'll take this one, I guess, and we will call it network adapter model. Adapter list model, and we will also have a socket list model, I guess. I mean, these are not really lists, they're more like tables, so maybe we'll call it socket model and network adapter model. And we'll also have socket model CPP and network adapter model CPP. And actually, I should be copying those, not. Wait, no. Map model. Okay, I promise I'll be less confusing in a moment. I'm just copy pasting all the things that I need. And we also wanted network adapter model. Okay, and then we'll add this here, and socket model O. Now we can go in the process manager main, and I think that we're gonna add this as the first tab just while developing because it's more convenient. Wow, it's really raining outside. I hope the sound doesn't get all clickety clackety from it. Anyways, nice to have some summer rain, finally. So let's include this thing. It's network statistics widget. Oops, I didn't want to do quite that yet. network stats widget is new, network statistics widget. And we will just say tab widget, add widget, network stats widget, we'll call it network. That's probably pretty good. Okay, now let's actually define what this is. So it's going to be a simple G widget. And we're going to need a constructor. And a virtual destructor. And maybe some private members. Maybe we should include GWidget so it can understand what I'm saying. Okay. Maybe we'll just start with that. And here we will include network statistics widget. Oops. Widget parent. No, not like that. Not like that. That's good enough. No, that was not good enough. Sorry. I thought it would. I thought the Clang format would clean that up for me, but it didn't. I like to get a little sloppy. Sometimes, like, I just leave this and then I press Alt-Shift-F to just pull everything together with Clang format because I love Clang format. Okay. Now, what we want to do here is add some widgets, right? And first thing we're going to do is set a layout, actually. So we'll grab a box layout, set layout, make gbox layout, and do a simple vertical layout. And I guess maybe we want to do sort of what the graphs tab does, where we put them in these little group boxes. Then again, maybe not. I'm not sure. Let's just add the two tables and we'll see what it looks like. We can fancify it later. Okay, so then let's grab libgui gtable view because we're going to use some of those, and network adapter model and socket model. Because I know that the procnet TCP file that I was showing you, it only includes TCP sockets right now, but I think it's okay to start building out a socket model, and then we could like teach it in the future when we know how to show other sockets, then we can teach this model about those. But right now it's only going to be TCP sockets, but that's okay. You have to start somewhere and iterate. Okay, so let's make some table views here. Maybe we're going to want to cache these actually. So let's forward declare a table view so we don't have to include it. Save ourselves some pre-processing time, and typing and speaking at the same time is difficult. What did I want to do? Gtable view. Adapter table view. And sockets. Okay, and then let's say adapter table view and gtable view. And socket. Set model. And then it was called socket model. Create socket table view. Set model. This one was supposed to go down here. Adapter, network adapter model create. These things don't exist yet, so we have to invent these now. So let's start with the network adapter model. So we copy pasted the process file descriptor model. So we're just gonna tweak this a little bit. So we're gonna need a little cheat sheet here. Should go and look at the actual JSON to see what we were working with. So this is net adapters. I'm gonna do that so that the fan doesn't go out of control on us here. Make everything noisy. I don't know if it would, but just to be on the safe side. Okay, so what do we have in this thing actually? Maybe it makes more sense to look here. Net adapters, procfs. I mean, yeah, actually kind of does make more sense to look there. So let's see, name, definitely very important. Class name, also quite important. MAC address, IPv4 address, or IP address, maybe. I mean, I know that we could have multiple IP addresses, but come on, this is just the first implementation. Packets in, packets out, and bytes in, bytes out. It's quite a few things. And we get it as a JSON array from the proc file, so we are just going to store this JSON array here in this network adapter model. So this will be very, very convenient for us. Don't need any PIDs or anything. And then all that's left now is to just go and implement this functionality. I should increase the size a little bit. So we'll grab this list of columns here. And we'll go to network adapter model. Network adapter model. Okay, and we are opening net adapters. Zip. Okay, and then just open the thing as an array. This thing should probably be called mnet adapters instead, or something like that. It's pretty good. And we don't need any of this. And then, okay, so now comes the fun stuff with all of the columns. So this one's called name, class name can be called class. MAC address, just call it MAC. Maybe even hardware. Oh, let's call it MAC for now. Some people call that hardware address. I always thought a MAC address is like, we all know that it's a MAC address. So, wait, why am I not updating that? Packets in, packets in. Maybe we should call it packet in. I feel like these are going to be quite wide if we leave the text like that. So I'm doing a little bit of premature design here. Let's see, bytes. Oops, oopsie. Okay, let's just try this and see how it goes. Packets out. Oh, no, it's supposed to be bytes out. Bytes out, lights out. Okay, and then for these, oh, this is annoying. IP address, packets in, packets out. Let's see, what should these be? This is the initial width and the text alignment of each column. So the name can be quite not so wide because they have like short names like loop 0 or whatever. But they should be center left aligned text-wise. Class name can be a little wider indeed. MAC address, let's say 60, left aligned, IP address. Probably that's fine like that. Or let's leave it at 60 for now. I don't know if these things are going to fit or what. We'll find out. These things can be right aligned though. And bytes in, bytes out. Okay, and then finally we're getting down here. Adapter object, and we'll just translate these things. So class is called class name. Name is not an int, it's a string. MAC address. MAC address is a string. IP address is also a string. It's IPv4 address actually. And then we just have the packets and bytes, which are, what are these? U32s, okay. So yeah, these things, in the future, we should probably use a wider data type than U32, because like, it's gonna be dumb when you download more than 4 gigabytes and the thing wraps around to 0. But it's not the most pressing issue at this very moment. Wait, what am I doing? That's not at all what I wanted to do. I wanted to do this. Packets in, packets out, bytes in, and bytes out. There would probably be some nice way to create one of these classes from a little description. That would make a nice little code generation project. I should do that, but I'm not going to do it in this video. But I think that would make a lot of sense, because you're essentially, I'm just essentially here like labeling and giving some additional metadata about this file in /proc, right? So let's do the socket model as well. Let's see, socket model and adapter model. Okay, and then in socket model here, let's just fix this up right quick. Sockets, and for that guy, what did we have? That would be in procfs net TCP. We have these lovely things. So no name here, but we have local address, local port. I wonder if the peer address is the most interesting thing, probably. So we'll put that first, because like that's the thing that you're looking for, right? Like I'm looking for the google.com IP address, port 80, and then I care about what's the local address and port. We'll see state, ACK number, SNCC number, and then of course packets in, packets out, bytes in, bytes out. Yeah, so in that sense, there's some similarity with the net adapters. Then let's go and do the socket model. Net adapters, we rename that to msockets. Okay, and then we just got to do all of these. So this one, we have peer address first. Peer. Oh, this is kind of interesting. Yeah, let's do these separate. I was thinking like we could merge them. It could say like the IP address : port, but let's put the port in the field by itself, because you might want to like sort by port or sort by address and things like that in the future. So peer port. And local address, and local port. Cool. And then we also need state. There's quite a few of these. Sec number and act number. We'll just do these like this. These are very detail-y little things. Which TCP sequence and act number are we currently on? But it'll be interesting, I think. So let's keep it. Right, and then let's do these guys down here. Okay, that was just a stupid way of doing that. I'm just setting it up so that I can read the names of the enums somewhere. Peer address. It's an IP address. So what were we doing for the previous one? 60 and center left, right? And peer port. It's a very, very small one. So something like that. And then we'll say local address and local port can be like that. And then we just need state, maybe a little wider, and the ACK number and the SEC number. That's 7 each. This is going to be a wide table. Okay, and then we'll name this one socket object. Peer address, peer port, local address, local port. This is a very intense, like just slapping the keyboard kind of video, but I hope that you are tolerating it. I promise you that it's going to be very nice when we finish this. We can finally see it working soon, I hope. So these are, what are these? Are they U32s or what? Peer port is a U16. Well, U32 is fine though. Local port. Okay, and then we have those guys with the same names. Maybe we get those for free. But we gotta do the state, which is a string, and finally the ACK and SEC. ACK number, sequence number. Okay, good God. I hope did I write enough code yet? I guess we're gonna need a function to create this thing as well. Because I was calling create in the setup function and network statistics widget. Yeah, I need to implement these. So this will just be socket model create. And if you are new to the code base, the reason that I have to make a create function is because I'm going to hide this constructor, put it down here, because these objects are reference counted. All G models are reference counted. And so I hide the constructor because when you construct a reference counted object, then it starts out with a reference count of 1. And then the pattern that I use is that you adopt the thing that you knew, which means that you're creating a smart pointer that immediately adopts that 1 initial ref count. And then you don't have any leaked ref count. So this is just what that looks like. And actually it fits on one line just fine. And we'll do the same for the adapter model. Oops. Well, this can only work, right? Oh, wow, I forgot one thing. I forgot to put the right file here. All right. If it works now, that'll still count, because I didn't actually run it. That'll count as a worked on first try, but let's not get too confident. All right, come on, process manager. And we got nothing. Right, because I wonder why. These things should be a little wider. Oh, maybe it's because we don't actually have anything to show. Or well, they're not going to update anyway, so. Let's see. No. Okay, so why don't they update anything? We set the models, network adapter model. And let's see, proc fs, net adapters. So this one should definitely work, I feel like. So let's look at that one. Are we getting this message? Unable to open. I don't see it. Okay. Let's do a quick smoke test here. See if we get here at all. Net adapters. Okay, we're not getting to that function. Why not though? I guess we never call, oh, nobody calls update on it. Well, we have to fix that. So we're gonna want a timer that does this anyway. So let's just add a timer to the network statistics widget. So you see timer. Do like this, lib core, see timer. Actually, we can put this on the heap. Update timer, new see timer. I will update every 1 second with a little callback function here. Wait, what the hell was the signature again? Oh, just void. Okay. So this. And in this thing, we'll just do m adapter table view model update and m socket table view. Okay, so now we'll update those models. And actually, we can do like this, update models. Because then we can also do it right away, so we don't have to wait. We don't have to wait for the first timer to fire. Okay, and then we'll just update models. Okay. So now we will have a timer that fires every 1000 milliseconds, calling update models, which will update both the adapter and the socket table model, which should hopefully lead to us seeing some cool shit. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so then let's open like an IRC connection and look at that. So we gotta make this thing wider for sure. And in fact, maybe we should even, let's tweak this a little bit. So let's see. How's this looking up here? Class needs to be wider. Mac should be a bit wider. Packets in and out, way too wide. Okay, well, we can work with that. So class, say 110, Mac 90, or why don't we go with 100? IP is fine. This one can be 60, 60. These are too wide also, so this is where you make up for that. Socket model, that's what I'm looking for. And I already forgot everything that I just did, so let me go here. Peer address 60, yeah, that was fine. So 60 is fine, but the port is too wide. So let's just say wait, what the hell am I looking at? For these ports, for peer port, we can say like port, peer and port, and local and port. I think this might look a lot better. That will allow us to really shrink down these port fields. Yeah, and then the bytes in, bytes out were way too big, right? So a lot of science just took place there. Just massaging the numbers a little bit. Hopefully it will look a bit nicer out of the box. We'll see. Well, we almost got it. Just this one needs to be a tiny bit bigger, and this one can be like a bit smaller. Other than that, I think we're kind of good. So we'll just do like that. And then we got to try it out also. Okay, so now let's bring up the Chan viewer. See that it's indeed logging some packets. It's pretty cool. The TCP connection disappears here. That's also nice. Then let's open a different board, like, oh god, not the random board. I'll go to the advice board. New connection, close way. Oh, look at that. That's pretty freaking cool. I like it. Yeah, it's really, really cool. Of course, it's a bit, this bottom table needs to be wider to accommodate it. But, yeah, that's something that you can deal with as a user. Of course, now these tables here are not labeled, so that might be a little bit of an issue. It's not the best. Not the most obvious what these things are, I guess. So we could have, should we do these types of labelings? You can try it. So how does this work? Graphs. Graphs container is, where are you? Oops, no, that's not what I wanted. Wait, hold on. It's just a G widget. Okay, with a vertical layout, and then it has group boxes like this. Okay, so let's replicate that. So this is us. fill, and then we have a layout, that's fine. We'll give margins to our layout, that's cool. And then this will be the adapters group box. This will be nice to do in the visual builder, but it's not at that maturity level just yet where we can do layouts. That's something I have to implement someday. Layout support. Wait, what am I trying to do? I wanted group box. Network adapters goes in this, and then you go in the adapters group box. And then what do we do with the rest? So this one can actually have a preferred size. That's okay, because the interfaces list is usually going to be short, and then like if you have a big running system, you might have like a lot of network connections open at any time. Like if you look at my connections here just on my host machine, it's like quite a few things, especially for listening sockets. So we're probably going to want to show those as well, which I guess we will actually, but I'm getting ahead of myself. So let's just do this thing for the sockets table as well. Oops. And we'll put it in here, and we'll say sockets. And for this one, we can fill vertically. So it just means that we can let it take up the rest of the space, basically. Let's see how this turns out. Network. That's not perfect. I don't like that. Just say adapters. Little things like that, they matter. Like you don't want network right next to each other. It looks silly. Oh, why did we die? Where the hell did we die? Parser CPP just totally died in audio server because I have no idea why. Oh shit, something went wrong in the kernel. Okay, well, forget about that. We're not going to worry about that right now. There's a stack alignment assertion that I added that keeps firing sometimes, and I haven't investigated why. And it's certainly not related to this thing that we're working on here, so we're just going to ignore it. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Okay, so let's bring up a persistent connection, and oh, you can see now that this address here actually needs that. Oh, why doesn't it? Let me resize. Okay, this one needs to be wider. gotta fix all these little things now. This is kind of a stupid way of doing it, actually. Should let's see, how do we do this? Gtable view. Mouse move. If we are resizing a column, then we can always say here, like debug, new width, new column width. And then we can, you don't have to guess, we can actually like drag it until it looks good, and then we'll know what the width is. And we can put that in the code. Why did I not think of that sooner? That was a stupid workflow. Anyways. Okay, and then let's go on IRC. And then we'll drag drag this guy until it says 80 for the peer address. Here? No, here. 80. Is that what I already put in the other model? Adapter model. IP address. I'll put 80 here as well. And then maybe the port can be a little less wide. Maybe like that. It can be 27. Shave a couple of things here. So socket model. Doing important stuff now. That's good, but then the local address needs to be 80 as well. So actually, shit, but this port is not as wide as it could be, so we should probably go with this number instead here. Is 30 enough? Frick, 30 was good. Okay. Okay, and maybe these we can leave alone. Or 50, that's not going to be enough forever. I guess 55. No, let's just leave it. Alright. Fine, let's just leave it this way. It's good enough. But it is very good. I really like it. I wish I had more network programs that I could test with. Oh, what died now? Oh. Fell to DNS. Right now the chan viewer will just crash if he can't look up the 4chan API hostname. So anyways, it is really neat that you can see the bytes in going up and the packets in and everything when you change boards. Bant. Oh, so cool. Okay. Well, let's see what kind of stuff we've made here. Oh, let's change the table view. What was that? I guess I'm gonna add that as a separate commit. Let's say like print current size debug log the current column width size. Makes it easier to decide on a good initial width for a column. Oh, you can say that again. Okay. Those files in the make file, and then I don't want this to be the first thing that shows up in the process manager, so we should change that now. We'll put that at the very end instead, after the graphs. So put it here. I don't even know what to call this kind of work. It's like data massaging presentation, but it is really cool, and I'm really happy that Conrad added these proc files so that I can go and do this like easy work of just exposing it in the process manager. It's freaking awesome. So thank you again, Conrad. That's very cool. And of course, also thank you for working on the network implementation. God, so cool. I'm a little bit taken with this. So anyways, say process manager, add a network tab showing adapter and socket stats. turns on stats. This update and fetches info from procnet adapters and procnet TCP, updating every second. Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, very cool. Thank you, Conrad. Very cool. Okay, let's just push it before I get stuck at staring at it some more. I want to do something here to provoke some packets. Who is playing? Oh, look at that! The packet counts changed. All right. So I guess this is going to be the end of today's video. So if you made it this far with me, I thank you for watching and for putting up with all of that model coding. And I hope you saw something interesting here today. And I also hope to see you next time. So have a good day and goodbye.